Adtalem Global Education beating the street's estimates on both the top and bottom lines. The post-secondary education provider also lifting its expectations for fiscal year 2024. Adtalem forecasting total enrollment trends to improve throughout the year as well. However, though, with Americans resuming their student loan debt payments and we have student loan debt at an all-time high, what's the path ahead for higher education? Here to discuss, we want to bring in Steve Beard. He's Adtalem's Global Education CEO and President. Steve, it's great to see you. So when you take a look at this most recent earnings report, beating the street's expectations on both the top and bottom lines, I know you have 5 institutions, I believe, both online and in-person learning. Talk to us just about the trends that you're seeing of enrollment and how you see that shaping your expansion plans going forward.
Sure. So Adtalem is the country's largest healthcare educator. We go to market through 5 post-secondary institutions. We're the largest producer of nurses, physicians, veterinarians, and clinical mental health professionals in the United States. The pandemic was a real headwind for higher education as a category. We believe many of those headwinds have dissipated, and we're fortunate to be able to participate in areas where the demand for our programs are high and where the demand for our graduates are high. Workforce shortages are critically important challenges for healthcare delivery systems, and to be able to deliver clinicians at scale is a tremendous opportunity for us.
And Steve, where is the demand the highest within the segments that you cover? Is it nursing? Where are you seeing the demand?
It's really all of the above. There's a huge and growing shortage of physicians. The same is true for nurses. We saw a boom in the demand for companion veterinarians during the pandemic. And obviously, there's a mental health crisis that we're all familiar with, and the need for social workers, psychologists, clinical counselors is higher than it's ever been.
Steve, when we talk about the labor shortage, I guess, give us a sense of where that stands more broadly. Obviously, there's a need for healthcare providers across the board, but just how big of a gap are you personally seeing between demand and supply at this point?
It's huge. We estimate there's a current shortage in nursing of about 200,000 nurses, and that's expected to grow. About 60,000 physicians that are undersupplied, about a 15,000 shortage in veterinarians, and obviously the behavioral health needs of the country are growing rapidly. So these are durable gaps in workforce supply, and we're privileged to be able to try to address them as the largest healthcare educator in the country at scale.
Steve, what are you doing to scale to meet that demand that you're talking about? You put out a lot of big numbers there. So what are you doing to grow the business?
Yeah, we are seeking to expand our market-leading position in nursing, in medical education, in behavioral health, and in veterinary medicine. So it's really about taking advantage of that demand, taking advantage of the need that providers have, and getting out in front of students and getting our value proposition in front of them. What's really distinctive about what we do is that we're not a set of institutions that are focused on being highly exclusive. We're really institutions with an access mission. So our goal is to find the overlooked population of students that may have not gotten into other institutions and give them an opportunity to join these attractive and rewarding professions where the workforce gaps are so big.
Steve, given the fact that student debt is at an all-time high, what can you tell us, or can you give us any insight on your pricing strategy and how that strategy looks going forward?
Yeah, so we've been working to optimize price across our program mix. Where we've got pricing power, we've taken pricing up. Where we've been not competitive or overpriced, we've taken price down. But generally speaking, we believe that all of our programs are affordable. And just as importantly, they're programs that train people for jobs that are well-paying, highly attractive, and where the demand is great. As a result, we have some of the lowest cohort default rates in all of higher education because our graduates are employed, they're paid well, and they can service their loans.
All right, Steve Beard, Adtalem Global Education CEO. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.